What do you mean my card has been declined? Hey guys, what's going on? Kyron here. It's been a while since I've done anything with this channel. I know there was like a stint of me just not posting anything, and then I started posting stuff like with my face blurred because I started working with the public again. So I didn't think it was in my best interest once I worked that for a bit, and I'm still working that. I've just come to realize that no one really gives a shit. Just due to if you see me in public and you know this channel exists, you're probably not gonna give a shit. So it's whatever. I will deal with the repercussions of that if it ever comes to be a thing. So a lot has changed since the last time I have talked to you guys through a screen, I guess. So firstly, I'm gonna be really rusty yapping in front of the camera, so there's gonna be a lot of ums and ahs and stuff like that. But I moved probably, I guess 10 months ago now, which reminds me I need to email my landlord about renewing my lease. Got a different neon. I now have a half-finished painting. I grew a mediocre mustache, and I got a new blaster, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So about in the past month or so, I got more interested in blasters just due to wanting to develop a silly skill, I guess if you want to call it that. And yeah, I feel like I've gotten pretty decent at that, and doing that as the main hobby, and then putting this aside. I'm kind of now that it's colder here in the Northeast, I'm more interested in this stuff again, because riding the bike, it's super freaking cold, so I don't really want to do that as much. So that gives me more time to do this. So if you've been a subscriber to the channel for a while, firstly, thanks. And secondly, you guys probably remember this thing, which I still have. This is my M18 that really kicked off the channel. This has been through quite a few iterations as far as the grip module. So I have gone through 3 different grip modules. This is I think the final form on it, with the Streamlight TLR 1HL and then the Delta Point Pro. Those have been on basically since I got the thing, and it's been good. There's been a lot of controversy, obviously, with this particular blick, and with the most recent stuff, it did get me to the point where I was like, I don't know if I want to carry it anymore, and I had some extra funds laying around, so I decided to, build something else out in a very similar fashion. I mean, this was my concealed carry pistol for ever, so I wanted something that would basically be the exact same thing as far as the feel, the buttonology, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I've had 10,000 rounds through this thing, maybe 11,000 I broke. I'm not 100% sure. It's been good. I've had a few people that have purchased these because of my YouTube videos, which is kind of crazy, especially with everything that has come out about them. So yeah, I decided after the incident with, I believe it was in the Air Force, I was like, oh, okay, probably don't want to carry this thing anymore. That's kind of crazy. But I've never personally had any crazy occurrences with mine, but I only have a sample size of 1. So this was the main squeeze forever. I had the T-Rex Arms sidecar 2.0 for a while, which is now going to lead into what I have now. And this is clear and safe. So super basic Glock 45 with a few different upgrades. This is probably, to some people, a downgrade going with this, but I'll talk about it in a second. So bought this off my friends down at the sweatshop FFL, down towards Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, if you know where that's at. whenever they had their grand opening, Carbines and Coffee, which was a really fun event if you're in the area and want to go to one. Super fun. And then from there, I basically did the exact same thing that I did with the 320, just put a TLR1 on here and then a dot. The TLR1 is an upgrade from the HL. They came out with the HP since the last time. I have, you know, I guess been interested in this hobby, like in the past year or so. They've had a few different lights come out that I was intrigued with. So due to the fact that it's, you know, dark a decent amount of the time and I'm awake whenever it's dark, got that in case I need it, you know. So it's been, the buttonology is literally the same. This is going to be a pretty boring video, honestly, just because of the fact that I'm not as comfortable talking in front of the camera, and a lot of this stuff is the same setup as that. So also did a stipple job on this, which isn't the greatest. I probably should have practiced more on the case that it came in, but I mean, it gets the job done. And it's a little bit more aggressive than the 320 Wilson Combat one, so, which I don't really mind. It doesn't like rub my stomach weird or anything like that, thankfully. So yeah, I mean, the stippling is a bit more aggressive on this, but I haven't had any issues with it like rubbing through my skin whenever I carry appendix or anything like that. And I basically just did a build from like 2014, as my buddy Tope would say. So we got the Trijicon RMR Type 2 on here. There is a bit of distortion compared to the Delta Point Pro, but in theory this is supposed to be a bit more durable than that. But it does the job. It's definitely going to outshoot me, which isn't really that hard to do these days. And yeah, that's basically it as far as that stuff goes. I do have and I bought this after all the controversy, so if for whatever reason Lucas ends up seeing this, sorry man, but I'm a creature of habit. Like, I'm the type of person to go to a restaurant one time, find a menu item that I like, and then continue to get that, because I don't want to, you know, spend money and then not like it. So I did get another Sidecar 2.0. This one's in gray compared to the other one that was in, I think it was a coyote color with the spare mag attachment. And I know there's probably, well, I know there is better ones out there, but I was on a bit of a time constraint, I guess, like a self-induced one, just because I wanted to get this content out at a certain point, and I knew that T-Rex Arms was relatively fast, and I know this works for me, so that's why I got it. I'm sure they probably, at the rate things are going, will not be a company within the next year or so, but it serves me well. They did upgrade some of the clips. I can't say to go with them just because of everything that's happened, but if Lucas ever makes another holster company, I will be more than happy to support him with that stuff. Please stop resisting. So as far as holsters go, actually, I was able to reuse my Safariland 6354 RDS that I had for the 320. I was kind of surprised, honestly. I figured with this being a bit of a thicker, or rather this being thinner than the 320, that I was gonna have some issues, but I will go grab that really quick and just show you that they, you know, the ALS works as it should with both of them. So it's nice that I didn't have to spend, you know, extra coin on that. So yeah, this is the same exact belt setup that I've been using for forever, just for flat range shenanigans. And with the 320, which is what I originally ordered for, fits in there just fine. And then with the 45, it locks. Oh, I didn't know I had those in there. That sucks, but more falling out. But yeah, it's stuck in there, which is nice. So I don't have to spend money on another holster, but now I have to clean all those up from the last range trip. So since this is more everyday carry oriented, figured I'd go over what else I normally have on me. And that, I think that this is more important than this, just due to the fact that I'm probably more likely to come across like a car accident or something like that versus pulling this on somebody. So this is a Spirit Systems Mark III fanny sack, and I recently got this one in black because I may have been tailgating and lost it. So I don't recommend doing that because I did have a Coyote one to match the rest of the belt kit. But yeah, this one's in black, so it blends in a little bit more. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it goes with all my fits now, which is nice. So on the inside, I just basically got the full everything from Spiritus on this one. They sell a solo med kit, so just real simple stuff, basically to just make sure nobody bleeds out, which is kind of important. And then we keep that in the main compartment, tourniquet on the little elastic bands, and then I keep some tools in here because I have been known to dump my bike doing stupid stuff just at like really low speeds, and I have to tighten bolts back up, like on the what are they, on the Zeta handguards or anything like that. But I'll just strap this and have this part on the small of my back, the lower part of my back. Okay, so keep that on me whenever I'm riding the bike in case anyone goes down too. That's something that I've seen. Fortunately, like, it was never anything bad, just some bumps and bruises and egos hurt. And then I also keep it in the truck, so it basically stays with me all the time. And then since we're sticking with EDC stuff, I should probably talk about my watches because I have gotten some questions on this. So I have like 3 that I keep in rotation, really like 2. This is a Citizen ProMaster Dive. I got this as a Christmas gift about 2 years ago. So this is like my main squeeze. With it being silver, it basically goes with everything. Sometimes I forget how to read an analog watch because the oldest, I am a zoomer. And sometimes I forget. So, and I think that wearing one of these in the gym is a little douchey. So I have this because I'll try and look at my phone for a clock, and I try to not look at my phone whenever I'm in the gym. So I have this Casio of some sort. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I just got it at Walmart. And then the last thing that I keep on my EDC is this. I forget what these are, honestly. I had a Tiger's Eye one and I kind of broke it, which I thought was bad luck. And then like shortly after I looped my bike, so maybe it was bad luck that I did that because that's supposed to be like good luck or whatever. But it goes with the whole emo fit thing I got going on. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys like the video. If you do, hit the like button. If you want to see more of me trying to figure out what to say on the camera, hit subscribe. And if there's any sort of content you want me to go over, like I might do a comparison video of the 320 and the 45, and yeah, like my impressions, even though I won't be carrying this anymore just because of everything that has, I guess, occurred with it. I'd be more than happy to do that at the fly range, but yeah, that's basically it. Peace.